Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jonni. I do videos on travel, tattoos, and fitness, so if you're interested in any of that, please check out my channel. As you probably would have guessed by the title, this video is about whether you should or should not visit Costa Rica. So I was in Costa Rica for 2 weeks while I was traveling down Central America. I'm gonna give you 5 reasons why I really liked Costa Rica and another 5 reasons why I really didn't. Of course, let's start with the positive because we love positivity around here. Reason number 1 is the biodiversity. There are over 500,000 different species in Costa Rica. It is one of the top 20 countries for biodiversity in the whole world. If you are a nature lover, like plants, animals, anything, you are going to love this place. There is so much to see. I really liked a lot of the different nature reserves, places I went hiking. There's so many kinds of plants that I've never seen before that were just incredibly beautiful. But to be fair, I love tropical climates, I love tropical plants, so if you're into that, this is a place for you. Number 2, it just was super easy. Everything felt super safe, people spoke English. I feel like if you are not well traveled and looking for a place to start, this is a really good spot for you. Everything's self-explanatory, you can find things easy, no problem. Number 3 is that there are a ton of activities. You want to go bungee jumping, zip lining, snorkeling, surfing, hiking, animal tours, literally anything you can think of, anything. Number 4, compared to some of the countries around, the bus system is super cheap and super comfortable, and usually relatively clean, which is a plus. Number 5 is that this was the only country I went to on this trip that did not require a COVID test to enter. You just have to have your vaccine card, which is the only reason I got my vaccine, was to make travel easier, and this was the only country where it worked. So love that for Costa Rica, thank you. Of course, these COVID rules are always changing, so if you're traveling there, please double check that this is still accurate. Okay, sounds like a great place, right? Well, it is, but I'm also gonna tell you 5 reasons why I did not love Costa Rica. Number 1, and the biggest for me, is that there are so many tourists. And it makes sense, right? What a beautiful place, so many people want to see it. I do not blame anyone. I was one of the tourists, of course. No, it makes sense. However, I just personally enjoy places that feel more like an adventure, and I like trying to participate in different aspects of the culture, and it just felt like it wasn't there. Everything was directed towards tourists, and it just felt like America, to be honest. Well, it's Central America, but I mean the United States of America. Don't come at me, I'm sorry. Number 2, everything was so expensive. Food, places to stay, activities, just know if you go to Costa Rica, you need a good amount of money saved. If you're budget backpacking, it might not be the place for you. I wasn't able to have as much fun as I wanted, and I kind of had FOMO because I wasn't able to afford a lot of the activities that there were to do. Number 3 sounds very similar to 2, but nothing is free. I know things are expensive, but usually if you're traveling, you can go on a walk to a beautiful place, just sit, enjoy the view. Most of the places that were to hike, there's also an entrance fee, up to $30, just to walk around. And that's fine, just be aware. It is very hard to budget travel here. So with these 2 things, if you're going anyway, here's a couple tips. 1, if you're a student, bring your student ID. A lot of places do half offer students. Always ask. I ended up saving a lot of money. Also, if you're not a student, fake a student ID. That's what I did, and it worked for every place except for 1, but that's just because they only did students under 18. Everyone else, college students, is fine. So get an app, put in your info, show it, you shouldn't have a problem. Another one, groceries are expensive, but they're still so much cheaper than eating out. So if you're staying in a hostel, make some friends, do a combined dinner, you will save a lot of money on food as well, and then you can spend that money on activities, which is exactly my mindset. Okay, like I said before, buses are very cheap. They do take longer, but you will save a lot of money if you use them. The fourth reason why I didn't like Costa Rica was I just liked surrounding countries more. So in comparison, it just wasn't as good. I had come from Nicaragua and I just had such a great experience there. I loved Ometepe, the island, and a huge lake with 2 volcanoes, just such a magical place. Things are so much cheaper. There are so many activities to do. In comparison, there's like this cheap, wonderful place, and then there's a super expensive kind of too touristy place right next to it. I just would go with Nicaragua anytime. So if you're just looking for a place to travel in the area, I guess, Nicaragua is a great option. Of course, I loved Guatemala. No bad things to say there. Well, my favorite country, I know it's in South America, but my favorite country on this trip was for sure Colombia. It's huge, there's so many things to do. I will make another video on Colombia, but just consider your other options. It's not just Costa Rica. Okay guys, the fifth and last reason why I didn't like Costa Rica was the bus system. I know I said it's cheap and clean, but listen, it takes so long to get places in buses. And something I didn't know or didn't expect was that you can't go down the peninsula in a bus. So let's say, like I was, that you go to Samara and you want to go to Montezuma, which is on the other side of the peninsula. You'd think that you can just take a bus over there, right? Wrong, you can't. You have to go all the way around, take a ferry, get another bus. It's an all-day endeavor, and that is why I was not able to go. I did not have enough time. I didn't plan for it. So if you go to Costa Rica, keep that in mind. You really have to plan your route because it takes all day to get places in buses, and sometimes you will need to take multiple, more than 3 buses to get to one destination. So overall, I am very happy that I was able to visit Costa Rica, and I do not want to sound ungrateful at all. I had a lot of good experiences. There are a lot of places that I loved going, but just overall, I had too high of an expectation, I think. And if someone else were to go, I would want them to have this information. So I hope this helps you. If you are a backpacker like me, maybe just consider skipping over it for now or just not staying as long. As a backpacker, I just try to travel as cheaply as possible, and this was just not the best country, in my opinion, to backpack. Everything is very expensive, and I just personally wasn't able to enjoy myself as much as I would have somewhere else. But if you have a well-paying job with limited number of vacation days, or you're new to traveling, this might be a great location for you still. It's very easy, there's a lot of activities to do, and it's beautiful. So I'm not trying to diss on Costa Rica at all. I love the place. Just as a cheap backpacker, it is not my favorite destination. Anyways, that's it for this one. If you've been to Costa Rica, please let me know what you think about it below. If I missed something, tips you have, or anything else. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.
Un besito para mis fans. Yeah. Good night.
I am just a little brain stuck in a flesh prison. Don't take anything I say too seriously.